Okay, so had a question online regarding how to map stuff. Yeah. I'm just gonna delete this. Okay. Not how to map stuff. Somebody wants to know how to mess around with the pitch on a sample-based instrument, presumably without using pattern commands. I could be wrong on this, but anyway, I figured I would, show how to do that. Okay, so I just loaded up Sine-Base with my nifty little instrument browser here. It's on songs mode, but hey, I can load up instruments anyway. Great. Cool. Now, there's already a whole bunch of modulation. It's interesting. It loaded up into the modulation panel automatically, as opposed to the waveform panel. Don't know why that is, but anyway, we're going to get rid of the modulations for the time being, just because I don't want them. And there were modulations for volume and cutoff. You can see that, I don't know why resonance says void. I think that's a bug. I might call that in, type that in, report it on the forums. Anyway, so you notice now, the old version of Renoise, we had a whole bunch of different interface things. Don't even want to go into details. But anyway, now we have key zones and waveform and modulation. This is a list of samples up here. Effects. We have an effect chain. Just gonna delete. Don't need that. I don't even know. Delete effects chain. There we go. No more effects. No, you notice modulation is no longer yellow, and neither is effects because we don't have either. Phrase editor off. Don't need that. Don't even. There's a phrase there. I don't care. I don't even know why that's in there. Why would you add a phrase to an instrument that's a default instrument? You're trying to show stuff off. I understand. Whatever. So we have. Apparently, no, I'm not on phrase. Why? Modulation? I hear nothing. I did something wrong. I don't know what. Apparently my duration... I don't know. I'm confused. Anyway, oh, that's right, because when I deleted the modulation, I deleted the volume modulation, and for some reason, and I've done this already before, the input volume was set to 0, because I guess that's the way they set the modulation up. So now... There we go. We have volume again. Woo! Okay, so what we want to modulate, now that we have this whole modulation panel, is the pitch. So we click on pitch. Ooh, there's the pitch. I can change the input thing, but we're just not going to do that. What we actually want to tweak with is the operand. We have pitch operand. And you'll notice up here, pitch range, 12 steps. So down here we have the pitch operand, and I can, if I go from the top to the bottom, it currently does nothing. That's because it's on the multiply operator, and we want it on the plus operator. And now you'll notice that the pitch went all the way up to the top here. It's an octave higher than it was. What we actually want to do, though, this plus minus thing here will make it so that the slider goes from -12 to +12 instead of from 0 to +12, yeah. Or plus 24, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, so we hit the plus minus, and there we actually get it centered correctly, which is nice. Awesome. So we can increase the octave if we want. We can put it up to 24. Which is cool. Now that we have this set up, though, we want to make this assignable from the outside, and currently nothing can see this pitch operand modulator that I just added. So what I'm going to do is go up here, and I'm going to label this pitch, and I probably want, yeah, it's unmapped, it's not going to do anything. So we've got this. When I click this little button here, we get this lovely little intro mapping thingamajiggy. I can map as many parameters as I want in here. I'm just going to do one, which is the pitch operand value. Boosh. Now it goes from a -1 to +1. Cool. Scaling is going to be linear. I don't really care for any of the other scalings, although, I mean, I guess I could, but I'm just not going to bother. Flat, linear scaling, good for me. Okay, I close that window. Good. Now you'll notice that when I tweak this thing that says gain, it tweaks the pitch. So we're going to rename that pitch bend, and there we go. So now, and this macro is assignable outside of the instrument. Cool. Now we go back to the editor, and we can go I'm just gonna input some stuff. Okay. Okay, so just random crud. So now what we're going to do is we're going to, and I already had it, you can tell I already did this tutorial once already. I've done it a couple of times now. Finally got mic set up. Anyway, so we've got type in instr, and we get instrument automation, instrument macros, and MIDI control. I thought it was going to be automation at first, but automation is only for plug-in based instruments apparently. So what we actually want is macros. Double-click macros, and luckily we have the first instrument here selected already. But what we want under linked instrument is the instrument that we're messing with, which is 0, 0 sine bass, so I'm just going to leave it. If it was the next instrument on the list, it would be 0, 1, which would be whatever we had there. But you'll notice that pitch bend is here under instrument macros. So now I can do this from the effect chain, and if I want to, I can put in an LFO. And I mean, I could have done the LFO from inside of the instrument if I wanted to, but this gives me external control, right? So I'm going to link this up to instrument macros and then pitch bend. And now we have it randomly at intervals of 64 LPC, changing the pitch. And I'll change amplitude to 100, so it's actually going the full range. And you'll hear... Or we'll go a little bit faster. You get the drift. So, or slower. And we can do nifty stuff with this because now that we have doofers, I've basically... There's a formula meta device that's hidden in Renoise that allows you to do a whole bunch of nifty stuff, but the formula meta device that I want is the is what's known as the inertia slider. There we go. The inertia slider is what I want. I just stuck it in a doofer so that I can get access to it easily. I'm going to delete that doofer now. Where did it go? There it is. Okay. Gonna delete. And now I'm going to drag my formula limited device over here. Now this inertia slider, basically, I assign, instead of assigning directly to my instrument macros, I'm going to assign to the formula limited device and the input. And this input goes up and down all around with the random, and it smooths it out. Now we have smooth noise. And this is based with an inertia of 1, which is probably the slowest I can get. Yeah, because if I go down, it gets choppier. It's still not as smooth as I'd like, but I'm sure if I messed with the variables that I could do stuff. Oh look, we have stuff here, so I could probably just... I don't even know how this works, but I'm gonna go 9. That's smoother. 2. No, I don't even... What am I doing? 0.2. Nah, I don't even know what I'm doing. Okay, well, whatever. Yeah, I think I broke it. I broke it. Apparently you can crash Renoise doing this. So anyway, I don't want to crash Renoise. Maybe I do. Maybe I don't. Okay. Oh, I was doing the wrong one. Okay. So if I go, I'm going to go 05. There we go. Super slow. Super slow. We'll change that to 1. That's nice and that's slow enough. Okay. Sorry, I got distracted. I do that sometimes. So I'm going to hit instrument macros now. And then I'm going to go to pitch bend. And now you'll notice that the pitch bend is moving a lot smoother based on the random LFO, which is fairly random. It's blocky though, and we want it smooth, so it'll go... Ooh. Now the unfortunate thing about this inertia thing is that it sort of dampens the amplitude. So I had another formula meta device that I was using that basically allows me to multiply scalar, I was calling it. So I'm going to shove that through the scalar. Because, hey, why not? So that's my source. And then we'll put this to the instrument macros and pitch bend. And now we can scale a bit. Ooh, I forgot. It's like a crazy. It's crazy. Okay, so a lot better. Okay. So you get the idea. So it's a very smooth noise, or very smooth randomness in terms of the pitch. But that's just messing around with crap that I probably shouldn't be messing around with because I'll explode the universe. Wait, I didn't want to delete that last one. So, strict regular automation. Here's the automation panel. See, I click this little dealie down at the bottom here. We can go to my instrument macros thingy, and then I hit pitch bend, and woo, there's a pitch bend. So then I can do things like go line. I can draw a line from the beginning to the end, and then it'll be like, which is cool. So this kind of stuff you could never do before with samples, and now you can. Thank you, Renoise team. So yeah, I've just turned a 4-minute video into an 11-minute video. I had a 4-minute video without me talking. Apparently, when I get talking, I just go crazy. And I just felt the need to mess around with the Formula Meta device because it's awesome. And smooth noise is better than rough noise. Take note, developers. Anyway, yeah, so, I think that's about it. Hopefully this helped you do something, rather. Okay, bye.